Hi, today here to talk about that have a prevision projected about the real GDP of some countries, the projected GDP of the top 10 countries in 2075. Then here to talk about this projection, about what it means, how I think about it, and let's start. The GDP is a projection about the real GDP levels in 2021 in USD trillion, dollars trillion. The top one in 2075 will be China with 57 trillions of dollars of real GDP. This is incredible, awesome, how a country that don't had nothing in that was a agriculture country in the past decade will be the next global economy in 100 years. It's very interesting how China in 100 years went to the agriculture country to the global economy, the biggest economy in the world. Will be, not isn't, but will be by this project. This can change also, we don't know the future, but is a projection. And China now is the second biggest economy in the world. And this continues awesome how China went to agriculture country to a big economy with industries, with technology. This is China now is going to the moon to get the helium-3 to do the nuclear fusion to get unlimited energy like the sun, because you need the specific elements to get the nuclear fusion, to stabilize the nuclear fusion, and the helium-3 in the moon is very important to do it. And the nuclear fusion, you can generate almost unlimited energy without the greenhouse gases, without the is a green energy, unlimited green energy. China is going to achieve it, and 50 years ago was agricultural country. This is incredible. Then China is the top one. After is India. India will overtake the United States as the world's second largest economy in 2075. This is also very, it shows the power of development of culture to develop our country, to study, to work hard. I went in the episode in the app to train our English, and I found many Indians guys that was trying to learn English to develop yourselves. I think that the actual chess champion is Indian. India is growing, is developing our country, and when you try to grow, when you develop, when you put the population to work hard, this happens. Also, the India that now was and now isn't the top two, top three most the biggest economies will be the second biggest economy in 2075. The 30th place will be from United States. United States will down to the first place, the biggest economy in the world, to the 30. This is the projection. I don't know if it's real, but China, the percent of growth of the United States is only down, isn't the same as India and China. I don't know why, but United States don't grow as China and India. Then the projection is the United States will down. Will still big, the third biggest economy. This isn't low, isn't a lower position, but like it was, like it is now the biggest economy. I think that some things will change. After Indonesia, I don't know about Indonesia, but Indonesia isn't a big country now, isn't a developed country. I found guys in episode trying to speak English in Indonesia, and I don't know if Indonesia will stay growing. This data is based on Goldman Sachs expectations, but I don't know about Indonesia. I know that now isn't a big economy, isn't a developed country. Then in the fourth position is very new to me. Know that Indonesia will grow this amount. After have the Pakistan. I think that Pakistan only have war and nothing. I thought. Now I know that because I was in episode and I found many guys in Pakistan reading books and speaking English, and I discovered that Pakistan isn't a war and isn't only war and civil wars, but go to the 55th position is very different, very new to me. I don't thought it. But Pakistan in this position after Egypt. Egypt already was the center of the world, the biggest economy, and we're back to the top of the world. I don't knew that Egypt was growing so much, that had this potential to grow. See Egypt in this position was very surprising to me. Is a surprise. Indonesia, Pakistan, Egypt, and the India was a surprise. The United States down. These projections always have something new, something a surprise. Then after Egypt have Brazil. I know a lot about Brazil. I live in Brazil. I know about Brazil's economy. I know about Brazil, and Brazil is now the 10 economy of the world, the 10th, is in the top 10 economies in the world, and will grow to the 7th position. It's new to me because Brazil isn't growing so much. Brazil don't really grow. The percent of growth of the GDP per year is 2.5 per year. This isn't a really grow like China, India, and Brazil have a lot of problems. We don't have a good education, don't have a good taxes laws, don't have security. We don't have many things. The economy isn't growing so much. We don't do the things that we need to do to develop our country, to develop our industries, to make a national industry. Then I don't know how Brazil will grow to the 7th position. I know that is because Brazil is so large, you have natural resources, but this isn't the GDP per capita, the quality of life, the education, is the growth of the GDP. Then this, okay, Brazil, the entire Brazil have a higher GDP, but have criminality, have bad education. Like now, Brazil is big, have a higher GDP than Switzerland, but Switzerland is better than Brazil in education, in quality of life, in GDP per capita. Then this is the overall GDP. Germany is one of the countries that is in the top 10 now, that is still in the top 10. Germany is the country that we know had the Second World War, the World War II. Germany is I don't know a lot about Germany. I know that they burned the coal to the winter. I know that Germany is a developed country. I know people that lives in Germany, but I don't know about Germany deep. When Germany is in the 8th position, this isn't a surprise. Mexico is in the 9th position. This is a really surprise to me. I don't thought that Mexico would grow so much. In the 9th position is a Latin America economy, is America's economy, and Mexico is also developing herself, is growing, is developing its industries, and in the 9th position is a surprise, but isn't a big surprise like Indonesia, Pakistan, Egypt. Have the United Kingdom in the 10th position. This is okay. The United Kingdom, I think that it produces the most PhDs per square meter in the world. The China and the United States produces more. I think the China is the top one of PhDs per year after United States and after, I don't know, but the United Kingdom produces more PhDs per square meters. United Kingdom is very small, isn't like Brazil, China, United States, but have the best colleges in the world, the best universities in the world, University of Cambridge, the Imperial College of London, the University of Oxford, have many good colleges, have a developed economy. Is isn't surprised it stays on this position. But like it was, the British Empire was the biggest empire in the entire world. The British Empire was the biggest empire that we ever had. The British Empire had 25% of the lands of the world. 25% of the lands of the world. This is really big. They say that the British Empire never sees the sun downs because in the extension of the British Empire you would see the suns every time. And now the United Kingdom is in the 10th position. This is the time it comes to all of us. You can be the powerful, the biggest, and now you are nothing. Like the Marcus Aurelius. He was the Roman Imperator. He was the biggest guy in the world, the guy who commands the biggest empire in his age, and now he's nothing. He died. He is nothing. Also, the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was big. They had the aqueducts that was a engineering incredible engineering project, and now don't have more Roman Empire. We live in the ruins of the empires that we thought that would never fall. The Roman Empire, the Mongol Empire, the British Empire, the Brazil's Empire, the Portugal's Empire, the Spanish's Empire, all empires that we thought that would never fall. The Alexander the Great, the man that never lost a battle, never lost in his life, died son, died in his young age, died young. Now he is nothing. He was the man that conquered the world, they conquered everything, never lost a battle, died young. Now he is nothing. This is the time. United States is the biggest economy. In the 2075 will be the 30, and the empires found, the economies found, others economies grow. This is the time. This is the world that we live. We live in the ruins of empires that we thought that would never fall. I talked a lot about empires and economies that was in the past that don't have a relation with it. But Brazil stays in the top 10 and grow to the seventh position is a surprise to me. Indonesia, Pakistan, I don't know about a lot of these countries, but Brazil, you don't need to be the best, you don't need to be the biggest economy to stay in the seventh position. You only need to be better than the others. Your GDP only needed to be higher than the others economies. This is what it means. It don't mean doesn't mean that Brazil will be okay. Brazil won't have criminality, won't have poor education, won't have poverty. No, this means that the GDP is higher than other countries, like it is now. It's higher than other countries, but I have other countries like South Korea, Norway that is better than Brazil, but is smaller and don't have a higher GDP overall, but have a higher GDP per capita. These countries that don't have the potential to grow enormous like Brazil, India, because it's small, don't have natural resources, don't have lands to do things, to explore, don't have lands to grow industries, forests. But Brazil isn't in its maximal potential now and want to be in the future. Brazil should achieve its max potential, but with we are doing now, we won't achieve it because we don't work hard. We work hard. Brazilians is a population that work very hard, but we don't work smart. We don't do the policies. Brazil have criminality. Brazil have poor education. Brazil have the the government that doesn't help us. That the government have many tax, have a bad structure or government. Then I hope that Brazil would grow more. I'm working and doing the best I can to. I'm doing what I can do to grow Brazil, to develop myself, but this growth Brazil is better than don't grow, better than nothing. I talked more about Brazil because it's my country, it's the country where I live, then I know more about Brazil and the United States. I hope you liked it. Thank you for your attention. Bye.